Hey guys, so I made this little application. It's a little pollution app. It shows the pollution levels at some of the major coastal cities. Um, anyway, there's quite a lot of people always asking me to post the pollution on Facebook. I think majority of them probably don't own phones or don't have the app for the phone or don't know how to operate the app on the phone. But most people have PCs, and so I thought I'd make a little PC version as well. Anyway, it's a little simple setup file. I'll upload it and post a link. So it's a pollution vietnampollution.msi file, and yeah, you just double click it, next, and you just click next through next, install, yes, and it will actually set up a little pollution app which you can get in on your desktop as well as in your start menu. You'll find it says there the name is Vietnam Pollution. So once it's installed, it will put this little shortcut on your desktop, and it will put a shortcut in your start menu as well called Vietnam Pollution. And it's a pretty simple app. You just double click it, it will open up a little box, and it will say there Vietnam Pollution at the top. And of course it will have little buttons. So the first thing you're going to notice is that by default it goes to Da Nang Nguyen San. So this is the foreign area, and it will show you the current pollution level for this area. So as you can see today, it's pretty good. At the top you will have shortcuts to Hanoi, Da Nang, Hue, Quy Nhon, Nha Trang, Đà Lạt, and Ho Chi Minh. So as you go down the coast, so these cities are kind of laid out that way on the menu bar at the top. Now you can resize this. When you resize it, the window will adjust according to your, whatever you size it as. You can also make it full screen. If you make it full screen, it will show a lot more info. And this info is pulled from Air Quality. So it's basically just a simple web browser window that pulls the info from Air Quality, okay? And of course, if you choose another city like Hanoi, it will change to Hanoi now. If you choose Da Nang, it will automatically go to Nguyen San. If you choose Hue, it will show Hue, Quy Nhon, and so it goes on. You can just click the buttons at the top, and it will adjust to that city. So very easy to use. You just click the buttons at the top. It's also got a let's go to Da Nang. There we go. It's also got a little language selector here, so you can change languages to English, France, Dutch, what's that, Japanese, I think. No, there's Japanese, I'm not sure what that is, Chinese, and so forth. So you can change the language with the little language selector on the side there. It shows the current pollution levels, it shows the weather, it shows the historical data, hourly or daily, so you can see the daily stats as well. And if you just hover over each little bar, it will give you the time and date. And of course you can also change it. You can choose Da Nang over here, and then you can choose the different sources. There's Nguyen San and there's Hoan Vang. Anyway, you could also search for places, so you can literally use this as a web browser, and it's got a back and a forward button. So back and forward, just right click back, right click forward. But mostly it's quite easy to just jump to any of these locations. So you can just go Hanoi and get all the stats for Hanoi, and Hue and all the stats for Hue, and of course you can resize it. When you're done, you can just simply close it. When you want it again, you can just open it. By default, when you open it, it goes to Da Nang. So by default goes to Da Nang. Yeah, internet is crap here, I don't know why. It takes a second to load. But anyway, by default it goes to Da Nang, I suppose because most of the foreigners end up in Da Nang, and it's the city that spikes a lot. It's low some days but very high other days. So anyway, so yeah, it's just a little pollution app. Just a little pollution app. There's the setup file, but once it's set up, there's the pollution app. It's on the desktop, it's in your start menu. Easy to run, just double click it, open, and that's it. Very cool little app. So yeah, if you need it, install it, run it. You've got the pollution at your fingertips every day. This is obviously targeted to the guys that maybe aren't very technical with PCs or with cell phones, or don't know how to how to use this. I mean, how to use the apps, because you can download the app for your phone. It actually, if you open the box and you go have a look here, you'll actually see that it actually gives you the links to the it actually tells you there you can get it for Android, you can get it for iPhone, iPad, so you can actually click this link and go download it for your Android phone or for your iPhone. But for the guys that obviously don't know how to do that, or don't use advanced phones or whatever, but you have a laptop or you have a PC, this is pretty awesome, because you can just check the pollution level yourself. It does pull the pollution info from Air Matters, which are airquality.com, sorry, Air Matters, Air Quality, Air Matters, which I find is probably the most stable. A lot of the other guys, the meters go down, or they just go completely off, or they just don't update often. I find Air Matters, Air Quality, to be pretty stable. They constantly give updates. I mean, you can go look here, they're basically virtually never offline. So you can check your daily as well, and you can see the pollution trends. You can see some days it's very low, some days it's quite high. And they also support a lot more cities. So I'm guessing some of the cities might be, because it says here data sources, but they don't always specify where they get their data from. They've got pretty high rating. I'm guessing some of it would be ground meters and some of it would be satellite. Either way, they're fairly accurate, I would say. I'm not sure in terms of the actual reading whether it's 100% accurate, but I do know that when they show high pollution and I look outside the window, I can literally see the haze. And when they say no pollution or low pollution and I look out the window, it's pretty clear. So I definitely think they're more trustworthy than most of the others. Anyway, it's just a little pollution app. It's easy to set up. Just run that little MSI file, next, finished, and then you got the app on your desktop. If it's not on your desktop, you can go look in your start menu. It also runs with Windows 10. I can also make a Mac version. However, I don't really use Mac, so I don't really have a way of testing it. But if anybody that runs a Mac wants a version, I can always can compile one for you. Anyway, that's it. I'll make the link available. Cheers.